You are listening to RetroLovers Radio, your go-to broadcast for positive nostalgia.
What a wonderful night. You are listening to RetroLovers Radio, a space for 80s and 90s music, memories, and for positive nostalgia. When life got quiet in the 80s, what songs stayed with you in the silence? Let's slow things down and step into the mid to late 1980s at night. It's late evening, the house is quieter, street lights are on, someone is lying on the bed with headphones staring at the ceiling. Someone else is driving with the radio low, windows slightly open. Not every moment in the 80s was loud or optimistic. Some moments were reflective, heavy, and still. And in those moments, certain songs didn't push us forward. They sat with us. Tonight we are talking about 80s songs that understood silence, patience, and emotional weight. Songs you didn't play to escape, but to process. So let's begin with In the Air Tonight by Phil Collins from 1981. This song feels suspended in time. Minimal, restrained, almost unfinished. For many listeners in the early 80s, it mirrored moments when emotion had no clear explanation. One lyric stands out. I can feel it coming in the air tonight. It's vague, and that's the point. It captured anticipation, tension, and unresolved feelings. That sense of something approaching without knowing what it is. The song taught an important lesson. You don't always need answers to acknowledge what you feel. Now think about other song. Here Comes the Rain Again by Eurythmics from 1983. In the 80s, rain in music often symbolized emotion rather than sadness. This song didn't dramatize heartbreak. It normalized emotional cycles. One line quietly resonates. Here comes the rain again, falling on my head like a memory. It acknowledged that emotions return, not as enemies, but as reminders. That kind of lyrical honesty gave listeners permission to feel without rushing to fix anything. Now let's move to Don't Dream It's Over by Crowded House from 1986. By the mid-80s, uncertainty was everywhere. Economic shifts, family changes, personal transitions. This song didn't promise solutions. One lyric felt like reassurance. Hey now, don't dream it's over. not as a denial, but as encouragement. It said, this moment doesn't define everything. Whatever you're facing is not the end. Sometimes that's all people needed to hear. And finally, consider the song Brothers in Arms by Dire Straits from 1985. This wasn't a song for parties or charts. It was a song for reflection. The lyrics spoke of loss, distance, and shared humanity. One line stands out quietly. We are fools to make war on our brothers in arms. It reminded listeners that empathy matters, especially when the world feels divided. In the 80s, this song offered maturity instead of spectacle. If you enjoy this kind of deep listening and reflection, please join us live every week with the 90s Lover Show on Fridays, if you also love the 90s, and with the 80s Lover Show on Saturdays, both live at 7 p.m. Eastern on our YouTube and Kick channels. I first start the YouTube livestream for around 10 minutes, just to allow people some time to gather as a kind of waiting room. And then we continue the full show livestream on Kick, where we can play full music video clips with no restrictions. I share the link to Kick for you all to move there. And that's where things really come alive, with the 4 show segments, your song request, live voting, your voice messages on air, and even phone calls to share memories, stories, and reflections connected to the music. You can participate or simply listen. And if you feel like participating, you can do it on Kick chat or by leaving comments on the main post of our public Facebook group, which allows more space to write. Join our public group on Facebook by searching for RetroLovers Radio 80s and 90s Nostalgia. Make sure to subscribe on YouTube, turn on the notification bell, and keep an eye on all the 6 extra monthly special shows as well. So tonight was about stillness, about songs that didn't rush emotion, songs that respected silence, memory, and reflection. We talked about anticipation without clarity, emotional cycles that return, holding on without forcing answers, and empathy as a form of strength. These songs didn't distract us from life. They helped us sit with it. And sometimes that's exactly what music is for. So let me know, is there an 80s song you associate with quiet moments or late nights? A track that helped you process something rather than escape it? Please share it in the comments on YouTube. Those moments matter. And before we go, remember to take care of your loved ones. And remember what is truly important in your life. All the rest is secondary. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you all in the next one. I'm Mick, and this was Retro Lovers Radio.